Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain
And I
Foley,
am Connor.
and we are going to talk about the Argo type vehicle in lower decks today.
You could say we're rolling in onto your
Ooh,
YouTube right now.
transform and roll out. Wait a minute, that's wrong.
So Stuart, Lower Decks, episode 1, a lot of cram-packed stuff in. And we did know via the MSD there were Argos, which, to remind everyone, the Argo is that Jeep thing in Star Trek Nemesis. And why was there a Jeep thing in Star Trek Nemesis?
Because Patrick Stewart wanted to drive it.
Yes, he wanted a Doom Buggy sequence, and so they gave him a Doom Buggy sequence. I think it's fair to say, not one of the most loved sequences in Nemesis.
And one of the more questionable vehicles, for sure.
Obviously, there is, yes, everything could be hover, but hover can leave like energy signatures. There is some argument to have a variation of a device which is wheels. I mean, you can argue that, right? It's not the most logical, but I mean, sure, whatever. And so Lower Decks, yep, the Argo is, well, at least Argo variant is in it, fully featured. Stuart, what did you think when you saw it and was played such an important part?
I really didn't think much of it. I thought that's cool that they're referencing canon. I mean, that's good.
Canon, Stuart.
Right?
Oh, sorry, this is Lower Decks. They do like canon. Sorry, yeah, I forgot. I thought we were in the other
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. Love how we see two of them down there. Like, this is second contact. They're going to probably be there for a while. At least, even if the ship has to leave, they'll leave some crew behind. So, a good way to get around on the planet without being able to transport via the ship's transporters. Why not have a vehicle? I mean, it makes perfect sense. It actually should have been used more often in Star Trek, I think, in that scenario. So,
I mean, it's one of those things. I'd rather have a hover something or some sort of futuristic thing, but it's been canon for like 10, 20 years now, so I'd rather use canon than not, if that makes sense. And in fact, I've done some comparison renders or shots, although I was quite like, oh, okay, they're actually going to use it. And it felt so seamless, which is something that Trek has not done for a long time. So here's some comparison stuff, because instantly like, oh, it's the Argo. But actually, I did some great side-by-sides here, and it's actually not the Argo, even though it is. It's a, the Argo is a weird one. Kind of feels like the prototype. This feels like a production model. I think it's 1 year after Nemesis. That does make sense. But what do you think? And did you realize they were that different?
I didn't realize they were this different, actually. I love the comparison renders here. Shorter, stubby nose. I think that, yeah, the Argo is very much like the prototype one. Not a lot of ships had it. Now, a year later, this is what's out there. And even on the MSD, we saw a lot of Argos. Like, these are part of their contingent that they use quite often. And I like the new one, actually. I like the more stocky frame. It's not as
Pointy.
roll cagey.
Yeah.
And pointy. Yeah, it's more like an actual vehicle. Lots of differences in the front as well, the front end. But you can see the heart of where this came from, and I really appreciate that.
Well, I mean, it's so faithful. Every piece is there where it should be. It's just they've productionized it, as in this is the standard version, and I think it looks better. I think it's a better design, honestly. And that's we're the canon guys, and so for them to improve on a design and be so and such they even notice it is a real achievement. And I also wanted to give one little Easter eggy thing. So I got some shots. There's a shot of the inside, and it's actually a steering wheel. It's like, okay, but in the new version, it's more like a futuristic something or other. It's different. They've upgraded it from
It's more like a control yoke on a small plane
Yes.
in the new one, which I was looking for that to see whether it was a steering wheel when I first watched it. And yeah, I didn't realize that Picard's was so much like a steering wheel.
Because that annoys me now. I didn't really notice at the time. Because it was obviously a real thing they used. That's fine. But it's like, a steering wheel, really? I know if it's not broke, don't fix it. But this is 400 years in the future. It's literally just a steering wheel.
I mean, even Kit had the straight steering wheel, though, just the two handles. So I mean, hey, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Which aren't as uncomfortable to drive as a lot of people think. A lot of people see that and go, "That couldn't be fun to drive because I have my hand on the top of the steering wheel and spinning the wheel around." It's actually quite easy to drive, from what I've heard from all the people that have used it. So Just saying.
I'm also noticing something, actually. If you go to the overall shot of the encampment, I'm going to guess, based on the scale, that the Argos actually fit in these shuttles too. And that's why they got a more of a ramp so it can, like, go in.
It does look like they could fit in there. And, well, the Argo in the movie did have its own launch vehicle. It was a different design than this, obviously, but yeah, they do look like they could fit in, perhaps. So,
Guys, I just want to give them credit. It's not. I didn't expect to see a Nemesis Argo in ever again, let alone literally used to its fullest in this episode. So yeah, well done them. I'm all for it, and this is the sort of This is where it's not just remember this. This is a vehicle that they have. Let's use it, but because we're a year in the future, we're going to make a new version that's a bit more functional, purpose-built. This is how you do this sort of thing. Same but different, and you understand why. And yet, again, the comparison, you can still see there are also the same pieces. Like, you can see where the same elements are, and the bits that are slightly different. It's a very, very good replica, a very good next version. Yeah, well done them.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is something that probably in this grand scheme of the show is going to be used more often than not. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that's it. That's our look at the lower decks Argo. It's probably not the Argo because, but...
Yes, they're all called the Argo. Argo 1, Argo 2, Argo 3, what? Actually, yeah, I would love to know what the real quote-unquote name is.
So guys, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about this. I know we saw them on the MSD early on, so we knew they were there. But, to see it in the first episode, I think is a neat little addition. So.
Well, there's a difference between an Easter egg part of a thing versus actually seen. Although it makes you wonder, like, what else we can see in the MSD that's there. 'Cause I think there's some other shuttle types as well, not just their standard one, if I recall. So, hey, you might even see like a runabout or something. That'd be quite cool.
So as I was saying, let us know what you guys think about it down below. If you liked the video, please hit like, and don't forget to subscribe, because we've got a lot of little breakdown videos throughout the course of the week, and like probably 23 weeks of it now, because after Lower Decks, Season 3 of Discovery starts. So if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, or kind of pick and choose what you want to watch, but still get notified, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share them around as well to anybody that you think might enjoy them. So.
Yep, and of course support us directly if you want, if you can. If you enjoy our lot of content. I mean, no one else does this sort of level of content, so I hope you guys appreciate it. PayPal is a great way, trekyards@hotmail.com. Anything goes towards our show budget, buy new kit and such. Patreon is a really great way. It's a monthly way of supporting us. It can be between $1 to $1,000. You pick and choose whatever you want there, and that goes towards us to allow us to not have other jobs so that we can pay rent and keep doing this for you guys. Or join our lives and talk to us directly via Super Chat. That is also a really fun way because we get to know you, we get to talk to you, and support the show again directly. Just lots of great ways. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you next time on Trekyards.
Transform and roll out.
Hey. Bye, guys.
Bye.